Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. This week's WWE SmackDown has some massive matches and segments planned and might add a lot of excitement for WrestleMania 41. Among the matches announced, one is a last man standing match featuring two of the biggest stars on the planet, Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. The rivalry between Strowman and Fatu has been ongoing since January, and the last man standing match on SmackDown might end their feud for now. However, some interferences might open the gates for many more feuds in the future. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga have interfered in matches featuring Jacob Fatu. Last week, that cost him an opportunity to win the WWE United States Championship, leaving the star frustrated. Fatu battled Strowman to determine the #1 contender for the WWE United States title, but the interruption from the bloodline ended up leaving the match in the Monster's favor. Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu have torn each other apart in the last few weeks and have proved to be each other's greatest rivals as well. The latter wants to get his hands on the Monster, but might not want anyone else to interfere in his business. However, with the match being a no disqualification contest, it is clear that the bloodline will make its presence felt in every way possible to take out the Monster. However, Fatu might not like it. The latter was frustrated when Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga interfered in his match last week, and things might go this way again. With the looming possibility of the bloodline interfering again, the Samoan werewolf could ask Nick Aldis to punish everyone who interferes in the last man standing match without anyone else knowing. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga could seemingly make their presence felt, leading to Aldis punishing them and escorting them out of the arena. Considering Solo Sikoa's and Jacob Fatu's roller coaster relationship lately, a potential rivalry is surely being planned. If Aldis punishes Sikoa for interfering in the match this week, it would be the perfect way for WWE to book a feud between both men, which the fans have been waiting for. With WrestleMania just a few days away, it is hard to say if WWE would book their match at the show of shows in haste and completely ruin its potential. However, the Stamford-based company could begin the feud this week, add an interesting angle at WrestleMania confirming their split, and then book their match for a future event. Fans will have to wait and see what Jacob Fatu has in mind ahead of the massive last man standing match. In the world of professional wrestling, change is constant. The landscape of WWE, a company built on larger-than-life personas, thrilling matches, and the ever-present drama, is always shifting. However, one man is tasked with making those decisions, the SmackDown general manager. This week, that responsibility falls squarely on the shoulders of Nick Aldis, a man with both the experience and vision to take SmackDown to the next level. But there's a twist. Nick Aldis has been handed a mandate by WWE higher-ups. This week, he must make the difficult decision to send two WWE stars packing. It's not a decision that Aldis takes lightly. He's been in the ring and has seen the inner workings of WWE from both a performer and a manager's perspective. Aldis knows that this isn't just about who's not cutting it. It's about ensuring the long-term success of SmackDown. It's about finding the right mix of talent that can keep the fans engaged, push the brand forward, and hold on to the legacy of SmackDown as the A-show. But this week, something has to give. The situation. It's a rare occurrence, but WWE's upper management has decided that SmackDown needs a change in direction. It's a fresh start for the blue brand, a chance to clear the slate and bring in new blood, fresh rivalries, and perhaps even better synergy between the roster and the direction of the show. Enter Nick Aldis, the newly appointed general manager of SmackDown. His leadership is already being tested. Aldis has his own way of doing things, no nonsense, and focused on what's best for the product. But with only limited information on the current roster's inner workings, he faces an uphill battle to figure out who has the potential to move SmackDown forward and who needs to go. Aldis' dilemma is that SmackDown is packed with talent, but it's also weighed down by stars whose appeal is waning. Some have been coasting on their past achievements, while others are embroiled in backstage drama or simply haven't connected with the audience in a meaningful way. The decision isn't just about performance in the ring. but also about marketability, crowd reaction, and the overarching storylines that will define SmackDown for the foreseeable future. To make matters even more difficult, Aldis cannot just release the stars he feels are underperforming. There's pressure from WWE's corporate side to ensure that any decision made is in the best interest of the company's future profitability. Aldis needs to balance business with passion, and that is no easy feat. The task at hand. Nick Aldis is aware that sending 2 WWE stars packing is not just a matter of removing underperforming athletes from the roster. These are real people with dreams, aspirations, and years of work under their belts. But as the GM, it is his duty to ensure that the show's continued success is the priority. He must choose wisely. The 2 wrestlers he sends packing must be ones whose departure will ultimately help elevate SmackDown and give the brand the fresh start it needs. Aldis gathers his trusted advisors, and as the SmackDown audience waits with bated breath, he begins his assessment. WWE star number 1, the floundering veteran. The first name on Aldis' mind is a well-known figure. A veteran of the industry who has been around for years, possibly even decades. This wrestler once had it all: charisma, talent, and a massive fan base. However, over the last few months, the spark has faded. The once vibrant star has struggled to adapt to the evolving nature of the business, and crowds have begun to lose interest. Let's call this wrestler Veteran X. Veteran X was once one of the top draws in WWE. But now, the crowd seems to be more excited for their entrance music than their in-ring work. Their matches, while still technically solid, lack the fire and intensity that once set them apart from others. The energy that once defined their matches has been replaced by repetitive sequences and predictable outcomes. Worse, the crowd's reactions are no longer those of awe or excitement. They're silent, waiting for something exciting to happen. What complicates matters for Aldis is the loyalty that the WWE Universe has shown Veteran X. The wrestler has been a part of the company for so long that many fans still cling to the nostalgia of their glory days. There's an emotional connection there, a bond that isn't easily severed. But as a GM, Aldis knows that the nostalgia factor alone isn't enough to carry the brand forward. Why they might go? The decision to part ways with Veteran X is rooted in the cold reality of business. The lack of excitement from both the live crowds and the ratings is a sign that the star's time in WWE is nearing its end. Their once strong presence now feels stale, and fans aren't as invested as they used to be. While Aldis has the utmost respect for the veteran's contributions, the truth is that SmackDown needs to evolve, and this means making hard decisions. WWE star number 2, the overexposed superstar. The second name on Aldis' list is one that many fans have mixed feelings about. This wrestler has a unique presence and undeniable charisma. They have been thrust into the spotlight and have received push after push, but something is missing. Despite all the screen time and in-ring opportunities, this wrestler just can't seem to capture the attention of the audience the way others have. Let's call this wrestler overexposed superstar. This individual has been positioned as the face of the company at different points, but the overwhelming spotlight has not helped them. In fact, it has only served to highlight their weaknesses. The fans have seen them too much. They've been given every chance to succeed, yet their character development is one-dimensional. Their promos fall flat, and their matches often feel predictable and uninspired. Despite their obvious potential, something about overexposed superstar has failed to click. There's no emotional connection with the audience. Their promos are mechanical, lacking the fire and passion that can make a star truly great. Their match quality, while acceptable, lacks the spark of the show stealers. This creates a problem for SmackDown, as they are dominating television time without delivering the kind of impact needed for the brand to grow. Why they might go? The major issue with overexposed superstars is that they are too familiar. The fans have grown tired of seeing them on every show and are no longer reacting positively to their presence. The booking has been overdone, and fans can predict their every move. SmackDown needs fresh stars, and keeping overexposed superstar would prevent new talent from stepping into the spotlight. Aldis understands that pushing someone for the sake of keeping them relevant can hurt a brand in the long run. In this case, giving overexposed superstar a break from TV or sending them to another brand could help refresh their career and allow SmackDown to focus on rising stars. The decision. After weighing the pros and cons, Nick Aldis calls both veteran X and overexposed superstar into his office. He understands that he's about to make decisions that will affect not only their futures but the future of SmackDown as a whole. These are not decisions made out of malice but out of necessity for the growth of the brand. Aldis sits down with each superstar individually, explaining the rationale behind his decisions. With veteran X, Aldis speaks honestly about the challenges they've faced in maintaining their edge. He acknowledges their past accomplishments, but explains that their departure will allow SmackDown to grow in new directions, unburdened by the weight of past glory. Aldis offers a respectful exit, and even suggests that perhaps a retirement or farewell tour would be a fitting end to their career. With overexposed superstar, Aldis is more blunt. He tells them that the overexposure has led to a decline in crowd reactions and that they need a break from the spotlight. He suggests a possible repackage or a move to another brand where they can rejuvenate their character. It's a hard pill to swallow, but Aldis offers them an opportunity to reinvent themselves and come back stronger. The fallout. The following week on SmackDown, Aldis announces the two departures, and the reaction is mixed. Some fans understand that change is necessary for the future of the brand, while others are sad to see their favorites go. The atmosphere in the locker room is tense, with the remaining superstars wondering if they could be next. However, Aldis assures them that his decision was about the long-term health of SmackDown, and there are brighter days ahead. The spotlight now shifts to the future of SmackDown. With the departure of veteran X and overexposed superstar, new opportunities open up. Fresh rivalries are on the horizon, and Aldis is eager to bring in new faces, elevate emerging talents, and create an environment where the best truly shine. SmackDown's future is uncertain, but with Aldis at the helm, there's no doubt that it will be an exciting journey. Conclusion: Nick Aldis' decision to send two WWE stars packing wasn't easy, but it was necessary. SmackDown needs to evolve, and sometimes that means cutting ties with those who are no longer able to keep up with the changing tides of the business. Aldis is committed to ensuring that SmackDown remains the premier brand in WWE, and to do that, he knows he must be willing to make the tough calls. It's the harsh reality of professional wrestling. Change is inevitable, and only the strongest, most adaptable stars can thrive. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.